Hey guys, and welcome back. Sorry, it's been a while since the last video. I've been busy working with the simulator and making some parts fit. And this video, I'll show you what's been happening since the last time, or since the last video I made. And I'm going to try to answer some of the questions that I've gotten in my previous videos. And what has happened since last time, I'll show you. The back wall module is in place, and that's what I've been working on these last weeks or months basically. And it's not finished yet, but it's getting there. So let's go inside and check it out. It's pretty tight back here, but it works. I only have so much space, and here it is. Yep. I'll just take a seat on the captain's side here. So this is what it looks like from the inside, and as you can see, it's not a perfect fit. There's some trim pieces that I need to work on, but it's getting there. That's what I'll be working on in the next few weeks to make those parts fit 100%. And the first thing I noticed when I got the back wall module was that it was way too tall for the flat exclusion shell. I knew I had to lower it quite a bit to make it fit into the shell, and I estimated about 8 centimeters around there. And luckily for me, that was the height of the base, which the simulator is sitting on. And what I did was I just cut away the base behind the shell, and I put the back wall module directly on the floor, and that made a almost perfect fit, height-wise at least. And so there's a lot of work with it, but it really adds to the immersion of being inside a 737 cockpit, and the circuit breakers are just so cool. And yeah, there's some panels missing right here. I'm considering if I'm gonna build or 3D print oxygen panel right there, or just cover up with a gray panel. I don't know yet. The jump seat works. I'll show you that in a bit. So I'll show you how to work the jump seat, and you have to unlatch it there, and you have these 2 holes right there, and they fit into these 2 tabs here. So when you lower the jump seat, they click into place. You lift the backrest and you pull it up. You latch it, and then you flip the headrest, and there's the jump seat. Pretty cool. So I'm pretty excited about the back wall module. It's a really cool piece to have in the simulator. The floodlights works. I've just put some LED lights in there, but right now I have not connected it to the floodlight switch on the overhead. It's just a regular light switch right now, and I'm planning to hook that up later. Yeah. So still some work to do, but yeah, really cool. So, one of the questions that I've gotten the most on my videos is what's the price of building a simulator like this? What's the cost? And I have not answered those questions deliberately on principle, because quite frankly I don't know. I lost track about how much money I spent on the simulator a long time ago, because it's a hobby, and this simulator will never be complete. You're always on the lookout for new parts, replacing parts, and yeah, it's a never-ending hobby, and that's what for me makes the hobby so great. So it's difficult to tell how much I spent on this simulator, but to give you an idea, maybe I spent more than $50,000, probably closer to 60 maybe. Yeah. Now, you don't have to spend that much money in order to have a full simulator. If you choose to build some part yourself, or buy something used, or choose some other vendors that don't cost as much, the possibilities of customizing your flight sim is endless. So there's so much out there. So yeah. And as much as I enjoy flying the simulator, I enjoy just as much building and programming, and yeah, probably even more than flying, really. That's what I enjoy about having this flight simulator. The other question I get a lot is where do you buy the parts for the simulator? And as I said previously, there's just a lot of different vendors which produce parts for different kinds of aircraft, 737s, A320s, and I'll show you which one I chose and why. So let's just start with the outer shell, which is Flight Deck Solutions, which is basically the frame around the simulator, and also the interior linings, the roof, the sides, everything here is also Flight Deck Solutions, and it fits perfectly into the shell. And yeah, the main instrument panel is also Flight Deck Solutions, and the products that Flight Deck Solutions make is just incredible. It's sturdy, and their support is great. And if you want the best parts that's available, you go for Flight Deck Solutions, no doubt. So the main instrument panel is Flight Deck Solutions, the glare shield, Flight Deck Solutions. The seats are also Flight Deck Solutions. They're great. I think they're one of the greatest cockpit seats available on the market that is not OEM. And it has J-rails, and it works like the real thing. The only thing I've added on these seats are the seat belts. I got those secondhand. You really don't need them in the simulator, but just adds to the immersion, I guess. The overhead panel is from a company called Sismo Solutions, which is a company based in Spain. And the reason why I chose Sismo is because the panel looks great. It does. And it connects via the Ethernet cable. So it's basically just one cable going through here into the network hub, and ProSim, which is the software that runs everything, it detects it and yeah, everything just works right out of the box. It's as close as you can get to plug and play in this hobby. And yeah, everything works on the overhead. Every gauge, everything works. So I'm really happy with that. It has the backlighting, which is adjustable there, and the switches are toggle switches. Yeah. And I also have the Sismo pedestal right here. And just like the overhead, it connects via Ethernet and it just works right out of the box. And yeah, I'm happy with that also. The only gripe I have with the pedestal is the backlighting. It's as you can see, it kind of shines through the panels right there, and that really bugs me. So I have to find a solution for that. Maybe put something in between or something. The Throttle Quadrant is from a company called Cockpit for You. This is version 3 Gold, I think, which is made mostly out of metal, and it's really sturdy, and it is servo driven, the auto throttle, and yeah, the trim works. Yeah, it's a great throttle. I'm really happy with that. The MCP is CP Flight, and CP Flight is also a very known name within the hobby. It's a great product. It connects via the USB and something they call a daisy chain. So the eFizzes connect to the MCP, and there's one USB cable going from the MCP into the computer, and it works. So yeah, really happy with the CP Flight. And the CDUs are also flight deck solutions, and yeah, you know, with flight deck solutions that you get a great product. And the flight controls are from a company called Agron. I don't know where they're based, but I'm really happy with the flight controls. They're sturdy and yeah, feels very nice. Same with the rudder pedals. They are not connected, so they don't move together. But yeah, you can fly the simulator from both sides. And I mentioned earlier ProSim, which is the software that connects all the parts and switches, and you can see the displays here. That is ProSim. The sounds in the cockpit is ProSim. You have an instructor station, which you can choose. You can add failures, you can adjust your weight, fuel, and you can customize your cockpit displays for company-specific displays, anything. It's a great piece of software. ProSim 737. The other parts in the simulator is 3D printed and painted, and yeah, you can find drawings for them online for free, and they look very good. So thanks for joining me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments or requests, just send me a message. Next time I'll try to make a video of me flying the simulator. I've bought a new GoPro, and I'll try to set up some different camera angles, and we'll see how that works out. So take care and see ya.